Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to week 2 and today our topic is molecular formula. So first of all I want to tell you the basic definition of molecular formula, that what is molecular formula. Molecular formula is a formula that give actual whole number ratio between atom present in a compound. Likewise, in empirical formula we have to do the simple whole number ratio, but in molecular formula we have to deal with actual whole number ratio. It tells us about the actual number of atoms present in a molecule. For example, molecular formula of hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. We have not written the simple whole number ratio, but we have written the actual whole number ratio. And molecular formula of benzene is C6H6. So the formula in which we deal with actual whole number ratio, that formula is known as molecular formula. The next one is the basic concept of ion. What is ion? So any species that carry either positive or negative charge is known as ion. It may be positive charge or it may be negative charge. For example, Na positive, that is sodium positive, and sodium lose one electron, then it get positive sign on it. And Cl negative, and when chlorine gain one electron, it get negative sign on it. So any species that carry positive or negative charge is known as ion. Furthermore, ion is divided into two different subcategories. The first one is cation, that carry positive charge, and for example Na positive, and anion that carry negative charge. So here I want to give you more detail that cation is formed by losing electron and anion is formed by gaining electrons. So this was the basic introduction of and the basic definition with examples of ion and its types, cation and anion. So here I go. We have discussed about ion, that it carry either positive or negative charge. The next one is molecular ion. So when an atom lose or gain electron, or when an atom carry positive or negative charge, it is called as ion. But when a molecule lose or gain electron, it form molecular ion. For example, oxygen loses one electron to form O2 positive ion. So when it loses one electron, it get positive charge on it, and when it gain one electron, it will get O2 minus ion. So simply this is the very simple, that when a molecule lose or gain electron, it form molecular ion. Next one is free radical. So free radical is atom which has unpaired electron. Those electrons that are not involved in bonding, they are unpaired and they have no charge. So free radical is a species that has no charge but has unpaired electron that are represented on atom. You can see in example, there is, as hydrogen has one electron in its last shell, so that's why that is unpaired, and it is written on hydrogen symbol. And chlorine has 7 electrons in its last shell that are also unpaired, so that are written on it. So hydrogen and chlorine, these are the free radicals. So free radical is a species that has unpaired electron and bear no charge on it. So this was a free radical. It not be positive, it not be negative, it doesn't carry any charge, it just has unpaired electrons and it has no charge, and an unpaired electrons are represented on its sign. So this is the free radical that I have shown you, and above we have discussed about molecular ion, and this was free radical. This was the definition of molecular ion plus example, and this one is definition of free radical plus example. So in today's lecture we have discussed about molecular formula, uh, that give us actual whole number ratio between atom present in a compound, and its definition and its example. And next one was ion, the species that carry positive or negative charge, and a positive or Cl negative. So next one was cation and anion. These are the two different types of ions and ions. The next one was molecular ion, and next one was free radical. So this was our lecture number 1 for week 2, and we'll see you in next lecture.